The Hornet Ghose Mark II has been released, and in my previous video that I tested that we cannot equip any nose turret for the ship yet until the Super Hornet Mark II comes in, then we can swap the nose turret. However, we can swap the Hornet Ghose Mark II's center Ghose cap with the size 5 bow turret of the F7A Hornet Mark II, which will give us extra 2 size 3 weapons. The question remains, if we swap the Ghose cap with the bow turret, will the Ghose Mark II lose certain amount of stealth capability? In another word, does the Ghose cap of the Hornet Mark II work in terms of signature masking? We will find out in this video. But before we do that, I want to answer one viewer's request. He's asking, how stealthy can we make the F7A Hornet Mark II? Now, this is the F7A Hornet Mark II, and I have swapped my components to all stealth components. 2 size 1 stealth C shields, 2 size 1 stealth C coolers, and 1 size 2 stealth A power plant. Also, 1 size 1 stealth C quantum drive. However, the only thing that I cannot switch is the military grade A size 1 radar, which will give us a lot of EM. You can see here 1525. So the radar on your ship does emit EM signature, and the military grade radar will emit a lot more signatures. As well as the life support, the EM is 302 emission. So this is my component loadout, and for my guns, I didn't change anything. Everything is stock. But to make this a stealth ship, you might want to switch all the laser guns to ballistics. The F7A is a military grade fighter, so you don't have any stealth reduction. On the contrary, you have a 13% signature increase for EM, cross-section, and IR. Now here are our signatures. Let's start with cross-section. The cross-section is actually not too bad. Front, 2,347, and the top is 9,085. So we have to work between these two numbers. First of all, if we turn off a cooler, life support, give 1 pip to weapon, 1 pip to engine, turn off shield. This is the very best we can do, bare minimum for the power management. Now, our IR is lower than the minimum front cross-section. Our EM is as close to the minimum front cross-section as possible, 2,347. So if we really want to reduce the EM, the last thing is to turn off our radar. If we turn off our radar, our EM dropped dramatically, but we will be blind. So we have to leave our radar on. If we turn our weapons completely off, now we can reach the ultimate stealth for the F7A Hornet Mark II, which is with the IR and EM lower than the minimum front cross-section. And this value we cannot reduce. All you need to do is to manage the angle you're facing your enemy. Alright, Luke Skywalker is using a Polaris to detect the F7A Hornet Mark II. The radar on the Polaris is a size 4 radar, and the sensitivity for the size 4 radar for the IR and EM is 95%. However, for the cross-section is 100%, which means there's no formula for this. Whatever your minimum cross-section for the ship is a detection range, which is 2,347. So 2.3 kilometers is a detection range. Now, nose to nose, targeting Emerald Foxy Loxy. Now, I'm gonna strafe back 2.3 kilometers. 1.8. 2 kilometers now. 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. Yes, after 2.7, I lost the detection of Emerald Foxy Loxy. I think it's because the cross-section angle is a major factor here. So I'm gonna try to align myself more like nose to nose. I can't do it 100%. So a slight angle will increase my cross section. Now I strafe back 2.3. There we go. Exactly 2.3. I lose the detection of the F7A Hornet Mark II. Look at that. This ship actually can be quite stealthy, but you have to sacrifice a lot of components, a lot of power, even sacrifice your shield and weapons. But you can maintain stealth at 2.4. However, if I turn my ship to face the top like this, my highest cross-section is 9 kilometers. So if you expose your top to your enemy, you can get detected like 9 kilometers away. 5 kilometers. Oh, 7 kilometers. Yes. So the angle of your cross-section is a major factor. So if I turn a little bit more, there we go. Detected at 7.7 and backstrafe. So the more you expose your top of the ship to your enemy, the longer the detection range. So you really cannot make this a stealth ship because you cannot always face your nose to your enemy. But if you are doing PvE, if the enemy is static, you know the approaching angle, and you can approach the AI enemies with nose facing them, then it will be effective. But against players, against moving targets, it's really difficult to mask your signature with this ship. So this is the best stealth that we can do for the F7A Hornet Mark II. Now, we're going to test the Ghost cap. So now I'm going to choose the F7A Hornet Mark II and unequip this bolt turret. And then go to the Hornet Ghost Mark II. Under configurable slot, I'm going to equip this bolt turret. And now I can equip 2 size 3 weapons. I don't have ballistics. If I have ballistics, I'm going to be putting the ballistics. But we'll just do this for the test. Attrition 3. So this is a loadout, 2 size 3 and 2 size 4s. That's the maximum weapon loadout so far. And for the components, full stealth B components, you can equip 2 power plants for the Hornet Ghost Mark II, but I unequipped one from my vehicle loadout manager, so I left only 1 stealth B power plant. And all the rest of the components are all stealth Bs. Now here are the specs. I did a detailed video yesterday, so I'm not gonna go into details. So we just need to look at this. So 1 pip to engine, 1 pip to weapon, and then our EM and IR is lower than our front cross section, which is 1,495. So 1.5 kilometers is our minimum detection range. However, now I have equipped bolt turrets with 2 size 3 weapons. Will this make a difference without the Hornet Ghost cap in the center? So this is a very simple test. If the Hornet Ghost cap works, then when I remove it, our signature overall should increase. Let's test it out. Targeting Emerald Foxy Loxy, backstrafe. So 1.5 kilometers is the detection range. Let's see if this is correct. 1.5, reached to 1.5, 1.7. There we go. 1.7. This is still because of the angle. I'm gonna align myself a little bit better. 1.4, 1.5. Lose the detection. Exactly 1.5. So this proves that the ghost cap doesn't work. It's not functional yet. So go ahead and equip your Hornet Ghost with 2 size 3 guns on the top, so your Hornet Ghost can not only maintain the same amount of stealth ability, but also can have extra size 2 size 3 weapons. Hooray!